Coming up next on Rockin' Real Estate Tips from the Rocket. Hello, everybody. This is Sensational Stacey Corrigan, the Rocket from Woonsocket, super proud badass broker and founder of Peace of Mind Property Management and Real Estate Inc. And we are building the most epic team in Blackstone Valley, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut. And today we're talking about interest rate locks. And we're going to tell you about how they work, what they are, how much time you have to extend it, and if there's a fee, how much you'll be charged, and how that will benefit you, what your break-even point is. Coming up on Rockin' Real Estate Tips from the Rocket. One thing is for certain, your home is likely the largest financial asset you'll own, and the big question is this: who can you turn to expertly guide you with the right strategies, next best steps, and the exact how-to? How to get started with the home buying process, how to get the best rate and terms for a loan, how to negotiate the best offer for the purchase of your largest financial asset and propel your equity so you can stay on course for you and your family's dreams. That is the question, and this video series will give you the answers. My name is Stacey Corrigan, and welcome to Rockin' Real Estate Tips with the Rocket. So what is an interest rate lock? It's basically a fee that a homeowner pays to get the interest rate that is at a certain date during their loan period locked in for the duration of the qualification of the loan timeframe. So the Fed meets so many times a year and they're going to change rates, and we are in a rising interest rate environment, but don't get nervous. I'm going to share something with you in a second. And so you might want to make sure that you can secure today's rate instead of having it go up in 2 or 3 weeks before you haven't closed yet. All right, so I'm going to share my screen real quick and show you type of environment we're in right now. So we had an all-time low for interest rates, January 2021, of 2.65%. And you might be lamenting that we're in the 4s right now. However, if you look, we've been in the 4s since 2013. So we have a lot of time to go before we get back into scary territory. And count your blessings that you weren't like my aunt, who paid 18% for her home purchase in the 80s, did not know that she could refinance, and paid that 18% the whole time. It's just craziness. You're going to lock in your rate at a time that during the process, your lender might ask you in the beginning if you want to lock in your rate. And if you choose to do that, you want to make sure you do it for 60 days because that's a typical loan period. Your agent may have written up 45 days for your loan, but I don't know that they offer a 45-day rate lock extension. Sometimes they're 15-day increments, 30-day increments. And sometimes the lender will give you a period of time where your rate is locked until that rate is going to expire. I think usually the first 30 days might be included, and then they'll ask you if you want to lock it in. So there is a fee for it. It's typically anywhere from 0.25% to 1% of the loan amount. So not of the sale amount, but of the loan amount. So if you're putting more down, then that rate will be cheaper. Not the rate, but the amount will be cheaper based on your loan amount. So if you're putting 20% down, that could be cheaper than if you're only putting down 5%. Okay, so I am going to share my screen again and show you a couple more things about an example. Okay, so let's say you purchased a $350,000 home and you're putting 5% down, so that's $17,500. You're going to finance over 30 years, and let's say today's rate is 4.25%. This mortgage calculator comes from bankrate.com. That's one of my favorites. So you can see on the right here, your actual principal and interest portion of your payment is $1,635. And then you can plug in the numbers for insurance and property tax. The lender is going to want to get a feel for what your insurance is going to be for qualification purposes. So you're going to want to get some estimates from your insurance company, maybe even before you start shopping. So I would tell them about the home price you're looking at, and they can give you an idea what your insurance rate's going to be. So I just plugged in $100 a month here because in our area, the default amount of 66 that bank rate puts in is a little too low. And same with the taxes. Our taxes in this area of the country are a little higher than they default put in. Okay, so I just put what was typical for our area. So now if I printed the amortization schedule and I included the first 2 months of the loan and the last 2 months of the loan. And so you can see how the interest payments kind of flip-flop. You pay more interest in the beginning, less interest at the end, and same with the principal. So the bank is getting more of their money in the beginning. And so this is important to calculate because you want to know what the total interest is you're paying over the life of the loan. And you can see how when we get to the next scenario, the principal will stay the same. And it's the interest that changes your total loan cost. So when you add the principal to the interest, that gives you the total of all of your payments. So now let's say we evaluate if you did a rate lock and were able to buy down your rate. So not just keep the same rate, but reduce it even lower. So on the same 350 with the same 5% down, same term, the only thing that's changing here is the interest rate, 3.75. So you can see how that lowered your monthly payment nearly $100, and the other two items were remaining the same. So not only is it going to help you save money over the long haul, it's helping you save money every single month. So if you have more cash available and would rather have a lower monthly payment, that's one of the things you can do is buy down your rate, have a lower monthly payment. So here you can see that the principal stayed the same, but the interest went down significantly over the whole term of the loan, which means your total cost went down. We're going to summarize the overall numbers right now so you don't have to remember that. Okay, so interest rate locks, do they cost you or save you? So you see the $350,000 house with the $17,500, 5% down payment, 30-year mortgage. We got 4.25% interest rate, and you want to buy down the interest rate to 3.75. So that will cost you 2% of the loan typically, because the rate lock fee is 1% often. Each lender is different. Just in this example, it's 1% per 1/4% of interest buy down. So I know we got a lot of percents going on there. So you're going to pay 1% of the mortgage amount in your cost to buy down your rate by 1/4%. So the difference between these two loans is 0.5%. So we would have to pay 2%, 2 points to buy down the rate by 0.5%. So 2 points of the mortgage amount. So if we were to take 350 minus the 17,500, the mortgage amount is 332,500 times 0.01 for the 1%, 3325. We have to pay 2 of those points, so you can see that it's 6650. Okay, 6650 is the cost to buy your rate down 0.5%. Now, if we looked back on the interest difference between the 222 and the 256, which you see down there, that saves you 334, 497.55 to be precise. Okay, so it seems like a good deal. Pay 6650 to save almost 35,000, right? However, that depends on how long you're going to stay in the house. Okay, so if you know that this is a really short-term, brand new home, there's only 2 bedrooms, you want to have a family, you're going to be upsizing real soon, you're not going to be in the house very long, then this may not be the right thing for you to do. If you know you're going to be in the house 7 to 10 to 20 years, then yes, buying down the rate might be the right thing for you. So we're going to look at break even now. And so your monthly mortgage savings from the $1,635 to the $1,539. Remember, we said it was almost $100 a month. That's $96 a month you're saving. So what you do is you take your rate lock fee of $66.50 and divide it by the 96. So how many years is it going to take you to get your money back for that fee, basically? And so That is 69.27 months divided by 12 gives you 5.77 years to break even. So if you think you're going to be in your house longer than 6 years, then every dollar of savings on the mortgage you make past that date is going to benefit you. And if you stay there 30 years, then you'll benefit by the maximum almost $35,000 in savings. So I hope that was helpful. We are in an increasing rate environment, so we are on the shift here, and it is something to think about and to pay more attention to. It used to be in the past few years, we weren't locking the rate because there was a chance it could even go down. I did a refinance and my rate actually went down during the time of the loan, so I wasn't worried. But since it is going up now, it might be something that you want to think about and analyze and see if it's worth it for you and your family. All right, guys. So remember to choose peace, give love, and find your home with peace of mind, real estate. And stay tuned for our free offer and our next episode. Hope to see you again soon.
Hey, it's Stacy, and I have a cool gift for you. I've taken some of my best tips and created an ultimate buyer's guide for you. It's pretty thorough, and it takes you from considering buying a house to closing on your new home. And I want to give it to you for free, just as a thank you for listening to the show. No fluff, no gimmicks, just pure actionable ideas for you to use instantly. You can grab it right now at pompmre.com/buying, BUYING. Should be right there on the screen to help you out. And do you know anyone who could benefit from this episode? If so, please share it with them. No pressure. We just want to help as many people as we can. Also, if you found something interesting in this episode, send me a quick message and let me know what was good, what was helpful, or hey, I'm going to do that. Just shoot me a quick message and let me know what resonated with you. That way I can continue helping you propel your equity to new heights for the benefit of you and your family. We appreciate you, and I hope you make it a great day.